Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited for this video. I'm going to be swatching all of my Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks for you. So we're going to do lip swatches of these all. I'm going to talk you through what I like to do with them, whether I like to wear them alone or with something else. And yeah, I do hope you enjoy this. If you do want to give some Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks a go, if you're making your first order from the website, I do have a discount code that gets you 15% off. It's this one here. And also in my description box there'll be an affiliate link. So if you do decide to shop on their website, it would mean the absolute world if you use that, because I make a little bit and I can put it back into this channel. So the first shade I actually am already wearing. This is Kim KW. Now for some people this isn't a shade that you would wear perhaps on its own. It's very light. I personally kind of vibe with a little bit of a concealer lip sometimes. I think being a child of the noughties, you're sort of inclined to love it a little bit. But this is a great, really pale nude. Really beautiful as the centre of a lip, which is what I use it for a lot. It also looks great with a darker lip liner. But like I said, I do kind of vibe with it by itself a little bit. Next up, we have the shade Catwalking, which is a really beautiful orangey toned nude. This for me is the perfect everyday lip. It goes with almost everything. It's just got that little hint of warmness to it, which I just think looks beautiful. Now I will also mention all of these shades from Charlotte Tilbury are either in the Matte Revolution formula, or I've got one in the KSING formula, which is like her, what I would describe as like a MAC amplified. The thing is with her matte formula is it's not dry at all. It is still creamy, still movable, and it's not something that becomes drier over time. I just think they're really great. You can load these up and reapply throughout the day, and they're not going to get all crispy and gross, which for somebody with dry lips like me is a massive plus. So this one is Catwalking. Next up we have a bit of a nostalgic shade. This is the first Charlotte Tilbury lipstick I ever had, and this is actually my second one. This is the shade Bitch Perfect, which is the one that I have from the KISSING formula, which is like a more like glossy formula basically. This is again a really great everyday shade. It looks really beautiful, sits really nicely on the lips. It's a little bit more glossy than the other ones I own, so I do find this wears a little bit quicker than they do. But again, it's really comfortable, doesn't wear unevenly, and you can reapply on top of it over and over again. So that one's Bitch Perfect. Next up, this is Cover Star. This is a much kind of sandier, cooler toned nude. This isn't one I personally love on its own. I feel like it needs a little bit of a deeper lip liner around it, just to make sure it's not so kind of, I feel like it just washes me out, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because it's slightly more yellow toned. This is a shade I feel like a lot of people would love, but for me, having really pinky toned skin, I just do prefer a pink tone nude. So with this one, I definitely sort of mess with it and apply other products with it just to make sure it's not so yellowy. But it is still a very comfortable and beautiful shade, just perhaps not one I would repurchase or ever go through. Next up, we've got one of the newer additions to my collection. This is Sexy Sienna. Now I've been on the lookout for the perfect coral lip all summer, and this is the one. It's the perfect sort of mid-tone coral. Doesn't look too sort of striking. You could sort of get away with it with a bright eye look, but it's still definitely a pinky orange. I really love the way this one looks. One thing I find about a lot of the lighter corals is they're very heavily white based, so they really wear unevenly, but this one wears really nicely. There's no butthole lips with this one, which is what I find with a lot of white tone lipsticks. I really love the way this one looks. It requires a little bit of extra finickiness than some of them just because of the way the shade is, but I really love it, and I think it's just the perfect summery coral. Would it be a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick video without mentioning at least one member from the Pillow Talk family? Now this one is Pillow Talk Medium. I am sure I have owned Pillow Talk at some point. and I cannot find it anywhere. So this is the only pillow talk we're going to be mentioning today. This is the medium shade. It is a lot deeper than the original pillow talk, and I really like the way that it looks. It kind of gives off that like grungy nude shade on my skin tone. I love the fact they do 3 variations of pillow talk, so everybody can sort of enjoy it no matter what your skin tone is, and it looks like a nude no matter what your skin tone is. But for me, this one gives a really like deep grungy vibe, and I absolutely love it. It looks incredible, and yeah, I definitely need to pick up pillow talk again though, because that is a beautiful shade. Okay, so we're getting on to the much brighter shades here, which are starting to make me regret wearing a very bright eyeshadow look, because this looks insane. This shade here is Tell Laura, which is the most amazing orange toned red. I really love the way this one looks. It is a great summer lip colour. I love it just thrown on with some liner, but it also looks great with like a really like orangey smoky eye. It looks amazing. It's definitely one of the more brighter ones, but I really love this one. And it also looks amazing with a little bit of sexy sienna in the middle for like a bit of an ombre lip. So that's that one. Another super bright shade. This one is the Queen. This is an incredible deep pinky red. Honestly, this one just makes me feel so glamorous. I absolutely love it. Again, looks kind of insane with this eye look. Slightly less insane maybe than Tell Laura, but this one is just, oh, it's so beautiful. It is quite creamy, so you do have to be slightly more careful, especially when eating, because it tends to end up on my chin. How that happens I do not know, but it does. But it's a gorgeous shade. Like I said, I feel so glam in this one, and I wear this one a lot more than I thought I ever would. I do also just want to mention that despite the fact I've taken 8 of these off so far, my lips still feel pretty hydrated, which is how glorious they are. If the Queen is a sophisticated lady, then Electric Poppy is her younger, slightly brighter, slightly more colourful sister. Whereas the Queen makes me feel very sophisticated, Electric Poppy makes me feel fun and lively. I just love this shade. It is such a me shade. When my hair is freshly dyed, it basically matches perfectly, which we love a matchy match. But yeah, this shade is absolutely gorgeous. If you want a fun bright pink lip colour, this is the one you need. It just looks amazing. I love it. It makes my blue eyes pop. I mean, it even looks pretty cool with this eye look. So it's one of those pinks that just works. It is slightly more on the sort of true pink. We're not too blue toned. I just love this one. I think this one might be my favourite. I feel like that's like picking my children, but you know. This one is Karinas Love, and it is the most kind of true red I have in my collection. It's got a little bit of pink to it, but this just makes me feel like a glamorous like Hollywood old movie star. It's a really beautiful shade. I absolutely love this one. It's not quite like the truest of true reds. It definitely does have more pink to it. But it isn't that kind of blue tone red, which I just find it makes it so easy to wear. It looks great with so many different looks, and it's probably the red that I would recommend in my collection, to be fair. Last up we have the shade Lost Cherry. This one gives me if Electric Poppy and Sexy Sienna had a baby, this is the colour that would come out. This is a slightly lighter and brighter and slightly more orange version of Electric Poppy in my eyes. This shade is again another great one for summer. I really love how all the pinks and reds for Charlotte Tilbury are different, and obviously different. It's not like we've just got a red in a cream finish and a red in a matte finish and a red in a more glossy finish. They are different in colour, and quite obviously so, even to perhaps somebody who isn't so into makeup. I love this shade. I think it looks beautiful with so many different looks. I love going really over the top and pairing this with a pink look, so you've got like a pink dream on the face, and I really love this one. So that is it for my collection of 11 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I'd love to know what your favourite Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks are and what shades are on your wish list. If you have done a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick swatches or a lipstick haul, let me know in the description box, because I absolutely love watching any sort of Charlotte Tilbury content. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you'd like to see more from me, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Call of the Ball. I'm going to ice my lips, and I'll see you next time. Bye!